Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Candidly with Coffee.
And we are back.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Let's make it a good one.
Exactly. Beginning of the week. Let's go.
Yeah. Mondays are good.
Yes, they are.
Mondays I like.
Yeah.
It's Tuesdays I have a problem
Flip
with.
the switch. Mondays are good. Not bad.
Yeah.
Don't be thinking Monday blues.
No, and I'm trying to think, what's the date? So it's like the end of August already.
It's flying. It's creepy how fast time goes.
That's crazy.
It's already August 20th.
I hate to say this, you guys, but my brain is already going there like fall. I'm already thinking like cozy, pumpkin. Huh? Yeah, because September is like when I start to really think that.
It's been an interesting summer. It's going quick, I guess.
Yeah, so fast. But I'm not looking forward to those cold mornings, walking in the cold.
Oh, boy.
You got to like bundle up, and it's so easy right now just to get your shoes on and walk outside.
T-shirt, tank top, shoes, go. Let's go.
Like I don't even put a sweatshirt on.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Pretty soon, though, we will have to.
I think that will be good probably for a while, though.
I think so. September,
through
October.
The end of September.
We're going to have a long one. October is usually warm.
Yeah, and that's the problem because my brain is on flannels and cozy, but the weather never cooperates. No, but in October, I want to put a log in the fire and
sometimes it's hot. It's mind-blowing. It says it's 80s in October here.
October. We had hot Octobers.
Octobers.
That's what we call Indian summers.
Yes.
I wonder, where does that term
I don't know
come
where
from?
It came from. Never looked into it. I just remember calling it Indian summers.
Yeah, I remember there was a movie that I watched. My mom and I used to love this movie, and it was called Indian Summer. And it was about like a bunch of adults that go back to their summer camp. They reunite with their summer camp friends as adults.
Oh, yeah?
And, oh, man, I got to watch that movie. That will remind me.
I don't know what movie that is.
My mom. But anyways, it's called Indian Summer. So I wonder where that term comes from, though.
I know.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Sometimes we say things forever and ever, and we never actually stop and question why the heck we say them.
Oh, like bullshit? Remember I learned about that?
What was bullshit again?
Cow manure is good.
It's good soil.
From the
makes
bull,
good soil.
From the male bull, it's shit is no good.
So the bull's shit is no good, and that's why the term bullshit means like it's no good.
Of course, I heard on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Isn't that funny,
blew me away. So that's where that came from, huh?
Yeah.
Because how are you going to research a bad word? I mean, I don't know. It could be a fake story, it could be a true story, but it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Manure you cannot use.
That's so interesting. But it's funny because there's lots of things out there like that. Have you ever wondered where the term hold your horses comes from? Hold your horses. It's probably from the horse races, right?
Yeah.
Don't let them start yet. Hold your horses.
Yes, probably, yeah.
I say a lot of sayings, too. I'm someone that says a lot of those cliche terms a lot.
We don't even be knowing where they come from. We just grew up with some of them.
Yeah, my favorite one. Pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, you love that one. I never heard that till you.
But what the heck does that mean?
And I've never heard it again.
Like, why do we say pot calling the kettle black? That's dumb. Some of these things are so dumb. They just, you just continue to say them and say them.
Yeah,
and then
where'd they come from?
You don't stop and think, like, why do I say this?
I know. It's ingrained in our brains sometimes.
It's been a pretty relaxing weekend, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it has.
It's just been chill. We had the counter burger yesterday. That was my cheat meal.
That was delicious. I enjoyed every bite.
I love having a burger and fried cheat meal because I feel like it just really fills up the tank without making me feel disgusting.
Yes.
And it just satisfies me.
Exactly.
So I don't go too crazy on other things.
I definitely filled up the tank yesterday.
You ate a lot, but you have room to do that. I can't do like what you do. And
does it blow you away that the next day I get on the scale after a treat day, and then it didn't really... I didn't do much damage.
It's water retention.
Yeah, that's it. I showed my buddy that. He goes, man, you put on 4 pounds in one day. I said, it's water retention, bro. It's not fat. Go look at my fat percentage. It stayed around the same, see?
That
just goes to show you. It's proven. It's water, people. When your scale goes up, don't panic the next day. It's not body fat. We have the machine to prove
I
it.
stepped on the scale, too, because I'm really trying to collect a lot of data when it comes to weighing in and stuff. So I'm just weighing it every day right now. And my scale went up 2 pounds.
See?
It went up 2 pounds from yesterday morning. And I sure as hell didn't eat 7,000 calories in a surplus. So it's not
Exactly.
You have to just know.
People get spooked with the number,
They
though.
get so spooked.
They do. Hey, people, listen. It's the scale. It's not the number you guys are scared of. Me and my wife talked about. We come to figure this out, and this is the goddamn truth. Nobody wants to be held accountable. It's like, nothing to see here. Oh, me? No, I've been eating good.
It's not the scale.
The scale.
What I've realized that recently. We got to get the power back from the scale.
Yeah, don't be scared.
Don't let the scale have so much power over you.
All of us, including men. Me too.
You need to ask yourself, well, what is it that you're really afraid of?
Yes.
Because it's not as common for the problem to be the person that is doing the work. They're doing everything they're supposed to, and then they're disappointed with what the scale shows.
Yeah.
Because that's an easy thing. As a coach, that's an easy thing for me to talk through with a client because I can usually point out the areas. I'm like, don't worry about that.
Yes.
This is probably what it is. You're showing improvement here. I see fat loss. Don't worry. Those are very easy to talk through.
Yeah.
Where the problem lies is the people that they're not happy with what the scale says because they haven't put in the work to get the scale to move accordingly.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to cheat the scale, or they're not weighing in, not because, I'm not worried about that number or whatever. That's really not the reason people don't weigh in. They're not weighing in because they know deep down they're not doing the work.
Hello. What'd you say to me the first day we got it? The next morning, you're like, you were eager to get on that thing and see where you're at. Of course, because I'm going to hold myself accountable. That's the only way. I have to. It's the only way. I'm not going to avoid it. We see where I'm at. It gives me good data points, but also it holds you accountable. It lets you know if you're slipping or not.
To be honest, I feel like if you're working with a coach, it's not necessary to weigh in every day. Just do your check-ins, like the once every 2 weeks or once a week with the coach, because they're going to be able to make adjustments and see what needs to happen. But if you are not working with a coach, or if you are in maintenance especially, then you need to be weighing in every day. I think that the biggest mistake people make is in maintenance, they don't weigh in. That's when you need to weigh in every day. Yes, maintenance, in order to maintain, because you don't realize you're loosening up the reins.
Yeah.
And when the weight creeps on slowly, and I can attest to that because this is what's happened to me.
Yeah.
When the weight creeps on very slowly, I'm talking like a 1/4 pound a week, maybe even less than that, you don't feel it.
No.
Your clothes doesn't feel it.
Nope.
Your eyes gets used to you slowly growing. Like it's gradual, so you get used to it. You don't see, oh shoot, I'm gaining weight. Yeah. And you're not weighing in, so you're not seeing it on the scale.
Yeah.
So the only time you notice it is when it's accumulated to a significant amount.
Yes.
7, 8, 9 pounds. Then you're like,
pounds,
oh shit.
Whoa, what happened? These pants don't feel
But if you would have been weighing in daily, taking your weekly average just to make sure you're on point, you would have caught it sooner, number one. Number two, you would be less likely to having as many slip-ups. And the reason why I say why every day, yes, every day. Just get into weighing every day because you'll get used to it. You'll take the power away from the scale.
That's true. You'll take the power away. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Really, more than anything, you'll conquer and be like, let's go.
And you guys, this is different than what I've had doing a lot of thinking about this. This is not the same tune I've sang before.
No.
I've not. And I'll be honest. And I've reevaluated my opinion on it because I fell into it. I feel like the scale, it's really not the scale that you have a problem with. It's with you know that the scale is going to hold you accountable.
Going to tell you the truth, which a lot of people run from the truth.
Now, I'm not saying that the scale's the end all be all. No. It's just a data point.
That's it.
But why are you afraid of the data point then?
Exactly.
If you agree with that and it's just a data point, then you should have no problem stepping on it any time of day, even any time of day. Don't be afraid.
No.
Don't let that bitch rule you.
Exactly.
And I'm telling myself too, I'm not going to let the scale rule me anymore.
It did.
I've had a point where I wouldn't weigh in. Like I would never weigh after a cheat day.
Yes. You always told me that. Like, you're crazy. I like to see where I'm at.
Or like, why not weigh at night? Why not see what your body does? Why not really understand what your body does? Because if you start collecting all that data and then you know what it does, it just empowers you more. You understand your machine even more.
You master thyself. That's the point my wife's trying to tell you guys. You learn to master yourself. The scale doesn't master you.
Yeah, because I just realized that the most of the reason that people don't weigh in, it's not because, oh, it's not going to give me my accurate weight loss because it's all the other things it's weighing. That's all true. But that's not the reason why people don't weigh in. They don't weigh in because they don't want to be held accountable for the sins that they have committed.
Humans just can't figure out a way like, dude, okay, I'm going to hold myself accountable. And that means anything in life. It has nothing to do with weight or working out. You mess up, you make a mistake. It's on me, my bad, I messed up. That's it. Real easy. People respect that. But it's when you try to be sneaky and not own up to it, that's when it looks bad. You know what I mean? Basically, trying to do that with yourself.
It can really creep up. Why not know why don't you collect the data so you know you're staying on point?
Yes.
It's like we talked about this a couple days ago. It's the same reason why you have to keep tabs on your spending, on how much money you have.
Exactly.
Because if you don't keep tabs on your spending at all, and every time you go to pay a bill, you just cross your fingers and hope that you've been saving enough to have enough money to pay the bill.
Yeah.
But what if it declines?
What's more embarrassing than that is, I've seen it too. It's so sad. I'm like, man, I wish I had a hell of money to spare. Where I've seen people go to the grocery store, fill their whole cart up, and they try their cards and gets denied. It could be food for their kids or something.
Yeah, I know, but that's totally off topic.
No, but you're still trying to guess. I hope I have enough money. I swipe my card. I have enough bank in there.
Road.
And then you get.
Okay, thanks for that.
I'm just saying.
I know, but my whole point is, so you don't do that with your finances, right? You don't do that because chances are it will decline at some point because you've overestimated. Sometimes you've overspent. You've gone on too many vacations. You haven't deposited enough.
Exactly.
So why do we do that with our bodies? It works the same with macros and the scale.
Exactly.
Why do we just hope? I'm just hoping that over the past year, I've done enough to keep my weight where I want it to be. But that's like you're trying to save up for something, but you never look in the bank account to actually see where you're at so that you can make adjustments along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same way. And I just feel like if we take back control of the scale, we won't be so afraid of it.
Isn't it crazy that in life, the one skill you must know is math? Because it's all numbers. Everything's numbers. Your finances are numbers. Your weight is numbers. Macros are numbers. Everything goes back to numbers. You cannot cheat it. It's just numbers. There's just formula for it.
Yeah. But I actually think it'd be really nice if they taught it in school, not like in college. I'm talking about like in 6th grade, like health class or whatever, taught macros.
Yes. You know why? I think they don't. Because they don't want to switch up the old school food pyramid, which is super outdated.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be nice if they would do a little more on that. Anyways, we got on a tangent, but
we did. This is why it's called Candidly with Coffee. Yeah. Sometimes we just go on one.
But long story short, we did get an in-body scale. And so now I have taken back control of the scale and am collecting it, and it has not bothered. It was a mindset shift. I know we talk about mindset a lot on this podcast.
That's all it was.
But if you just switch your mindset that you don't hate, the scale is actually a helpful tool that will help you reach your goals and give you another window into if what you're doing is working.
Yes.
So if you use it as a tool and think about it in a positive light and take the control back from it, I don't know, it's a huge weight that lifts off your shoulders. And if you just really think about why is it that I don't like it, it's not the scale itself. The scale has done nothing to you. The scale didn't sleep with your husband. The scale has done nothing to you.
It didn't cause a divorce?
If you don't like what's happening on the scale, chances are it's in your behaviors, your patterns, your routines, your habits.
Yep. That's
not the scale's fault.
No.
In most cases. More to come on the scale data and how we're like in the in-body and all of that. But maybe you guys can switch that mindset and it'll help in more ways than one. One thing I did do also, speaking of making a change, is yesterday I made an effort, and this might not sound like a big deal to you guys, but for me it was. We got home from lunch and I put my phone away. I took off my Apple Watch too, and I put it away like it was the middle of the day, 3 o'clock, and I didn't look at it again until this morning. And it was really nice.
I got to try that. You gave yourself a little mental break from everything.
Yes.
Especially social media.
Yes.
Need that.
You need it.
Just like you need it. I always say this once in a while for people. I think you should fast, give a reset to your system. Everybody needs a reset for our brain.
Yeah, like I slept amazing last night. So good.
You might have discovered something new about you.
So I think I'm going to do something
back to reading.
Different. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is when I'm done working for the day. See, I have a unique situation because I do work on my phone or social media and emails.
That's the games days.
But when I am done working for the evening, I will not only put away my laptop, I'll put away my phone at that time too. Phone goes away, everything goes away, and I'll just leave my watch on for emergency phone calls.
Yeah.
But everything, the phone will go away, and then I will, when I go to bed, I'll watch one thing, one program, whatever, like a Housewives episode or whatever, and then the TV goes off, and then I will read until I fall asleep.
Yeah, I love reading.
I'm going to try that this week, so I'll let you guys know on the next episode how that's going, but I'm going to try that this week.
Yeah, and sleep's very important, you guys. Good sleep at that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people don't sleep good. It's an epidemic.
I feel weird. I feel like I have to say, I feel like my brain rested last night. I do. And I even felt like I enjoyed television yesterday. I haven't been enjoying television, like shows, because I'm watching the show but scrolling at the same time. And you don't get into it.
What's wrong with us? I think a lot of us,
it's a problem.
You guys pipe in the comments. I want to hear how many of you guys do that. I'm guilty of it too. And you'll call me out like, you watching TV, babe, or look at your phone?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, because then I want to change the channel. He's got like fights on and he's scrolling them all. No, you got to pick. You can't do both.
Yes, I got to stop that. I'm now that I'm aware of that behavior.
I don't think it's helping your ADHD. It doesn't let your brain
it's too much.
Chill. Focus on one thing. You're like like crazy.
Yes. Too much overstimulation.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it because I did it yesterday and it felt good. I don't know what even inclined me to do it. I felt like I needed a break. I had a really busy week and I just needed a break and it felt good. I didn't even feel tempted. Some people will be like, it's hard. And it might be hard now going forward, now that I'm saying for sure I'm going to try to do it this week.
Practice that.
But yesterday it was not hard. Yesterday I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got cozy on the couch with a treat, had the dogs next to me, put on Love Island. It was glorious.
We're almost, to truth be told, we're almost like prisoners to our phones.
We are.
Like, it's that addicted. I think it's probably the most addicting thing right now. Like, people have to look at their phones all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I've owned cell phones since they first came around. I wasn't always looking at my damn phone back then.
I think that's why my brain feels overworked sometimes, overstimulated. And I think that's why, like, at night, I don't sleep as peacefully.
You have to think about this. These devices should have just been phones and phones only. Mm-hmm. It was now we got everything. You can watch movies, shows, social media. It's too much. It's a lot. So too much for the brain. And I'm wondering if they're going to do some studies on this stuff, and they should study this and see what this is doing for our brain for the future, so we get to our future generation. Hey, cool it with these phones.
I have a feeling that's why it has something to do with the increase in anxiety and mental health and depression and things like that, for sure.
And also other people's lives, and you think that their life's perfect and yours is shitty. Like, no.
Yeah, but it's even weird. It's crazier than that. It's beyond that, because like sometimes I'll look around at people and they're just scrolling. They are actually not even enjoying the content. And, I'm going to watch this nice video. They're just like, it's almost like a freaking like, it's like they're getting little dopamine hits every time they scroll.
My buddy Mo recently was at Universal Studios, and he sent me a picture. He goes, look what people do all day, Mike.
On their phones.
He sent me a picture of 20 different people just all looking down at their phones. No one conversing, no nothing. And Joe Rogan and Post Malone recently had a podcast, and Joe said, this is wonderful. Or Post Malone said to him, this is wonderful. You get to talk to people. And you get to learn different things. You get to have conversations. Everybody's just their phones and texts. It's wonderful to talk to human beings. Like, people forget the art of talking. I love to talk. You know me.
I love to talk. I used to get in trouble for talking all the time in school.
The art of talking, but we forget. I don't like calling people. I don't just like texting. I like calling, talking. I don't know, talking to human beings.
But I don't know. So I'm going to make that effort because it's mindless scrolling.
Yeah.
I already do make the effort. Like when we go out to eat or whatever, I put my phone down. I'm not like scrolling. And when like I
got to get better.
Weekly when I go to Lisa and I, when we go to Luna after Orange Theory, we don't look at our phones the entire time we're there for 1 or 2 hours. Yeah. I put my phone away, and
no, you're right. There's no point.
We're catching up. I don't need to be on my phone.
Yeah.
So I do that.
Yeah.
but I'm guilty. The worst thing I do is I go to the couch when I'm trying to wind down and relax and watch a show, and I'm scrolling. And then I'm not getting into the show.
You're really not winding your brain down then,
No,
huh?
it's terrible.
Anything you're stimulating that maybe
Yeah.
you're having a hard time falling asleep at night.
Yeah. So last night was my first test into that. And I'm going to try to do that. It's probably like around dinner time. Like at dinner time,
yeah,
I'll eat my dinner. That's when try to put my phone away at that time. Then I have an hour or so watching TV, and then go to bed and watch something there a little bit, and then try to read to go to sleep. That's what I'm going to try to do.
Yeah. Reading's good. Really calms the brain down. Helps me fall asleep.
I just got to see what books I have. I have to be careful with what I read too, though. I can't read like business books or like even self-help type books or books that are going to get you motivated and stuff because I get all worked up. Like I want to go do what it says right now.
Yeah, no.
I get like all these ideas and it needs to be like
mindless.
That's why
smart.
You and Tyler or whatever make fun of the things I watch on TV. At night, I like to watch things that are mindless.
You don't have to give it too much thought. Not trying to figure out a crime story.
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
Mindless shit that's not going to get
these dating shows.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Goofy
Temptation Island,
cringe.
Love Island.
Yeah, cringe dating shows.
That's what I watch.
That's all right, though. Hey, it's mindless entertainment.
All right, comment corner. By the way, we had so many comments. Like, I had a hard time I just picked a couple of them. I responded to all of them. I'm so excited because it made me so motivated. I cannot tell you how much it motivates me to read your guys' comments.
Yes,
because
thank you. Please, thank you.
This show doesn't pay our bills. You know what I mean? It doesn't now. Someday maybe it will.
Yes.
But it's
Someday
nice to know that we are helping people, and this is something that people enjoy, and this is, it's just exciting. It gets me excited to keep doing this because, it is time consuming.
Yes. This isn't like we just put some mics and you put your laptop and that's it. There's a lot of
edit
editing behind the scenes and topics we got to talk about.
So I'm excited. Thank you so much. I read every single comment and I was just like blown away, honestly. But here's a couple of them. So the first one comes to us from Tammy Carryon 2839. I'm so glad I found you on YouTube. I love being able to follow someone closer to my age that's into health and fitness that can give relatable information. Thank you so much for that. That's what I hope. That's what I always hope. I try to find other channels, by the way, that are women of my age that inspire me, that are in the same, like they want to be cute and fit and stylish and all those things. So if you know of anyone else, comment and I will follow them because I am looking to follow other people in that same genre. Okay, the next one is, and I should have probably got my glasses, Nicole Conzo 8233. That is so true what you said about if you keep telling yourself something like, I am an introvert, then that will make you not get out of your comfort zone. I used to always have the excuse of I have anxiety, and it has stopped me from doing so many things. Now it's not in my vocabulary, and I have stopped defining myself as someone with anxiety, and it has truly helped so much. Yes.
See? Good job. All you did was flip a switch.
Yeah, I too have done that. Same term, I have anxiety. No, I can't have anxiety. Instead of trying to find a solution around something, and then it limits you.
Isn't it crazy our brain, the way it works? That's a safety net that you've created and you've used to create. And so did, what's her name?
Nicole.
Nicole created a safety net. So every time my anxiety, jump into the safety net. We create that. You got to get rid of that and say, nah, forget that. I'm not using that crutch no more. It's over.
Yeah, and just because you feel those nervous feelings or whatever doesn't mean you shouldn't do. That's usually a sign that you should do something.
Yes.
If it's making you like nervous or whatever, like, oh, yeah, this is something I probably need to do.
Like, what's the hardest thing you had to do? I remember you were telling me. An introvert has to do, step up and speak in front of people. I remember how nervous I go, you got this, baby. Just go up there and just own it. That's it.
Yeah, I had to
own
speak
it. And once you do that one time, 2 times, 10, it'll be nothing.
I had to speak at an event, like with an audience, explaining macros, actually.
Yeah.
And it actually went very well. And it was funny. I felt like I was a high when it was done. I felt like I was on a high after it was done.
Because you conquered a huge fear of yours.
Yeah.
A lot of introverts have that fear. That's a scary thing. Think about this. When you come up to the classroom and talk to the classroom, like, nah, I don't want to. I was a shy kid. I try to avoid that. No, not me.
You know what you have to do? Just remember, you always have to tell yourself. I remember for that particular event, I just kept telling myself, I'm confident. I know this shit. Like,
exactly.
I know.
This is like, exactly.
Let me just talk about it because I know it.
Hold my coffee. Watch this.
Yeah.
Let me let you
know. And that's what
I
know. Told myself. And, I do know it. And when you're very confident in the topic, that makes it easier. But
of course.
But I told myself what I was. I am confident. I know this. I got this.
That's it.
And that's what helped me get through it. But we have to do that in so many different ways. Don't let our limits, don't put limits on ourselves.
Exactly.
What's cool to think about, if you flip it and think about it in reverse, if our brain is so good about, if we say, no, I'm not going to do that because I have anxiety, and so we stay not doing it and we stay anxious. Have you ever thought about how well the brain works for you in reverse? Like, if you say that I am an extrovert, I am social, and if you just say that over and over, suddenly would your brain help you and then you become
I believe so. You can flip the switch. Yes.
I do believe so.
Yes.
It's powerful with reps, like you always say, with reps.
That's it. Takes practice. You have to train the brain. It's like anything. You got to do your reps.
Yep. Okay, and the next one is Mr. Baking Mama. I think that's what it says. I discovered you 2 years ago and was strict keto. Listening to you helped me stop demonizing food. I eat fruit now with dinner. It's like you keep saying, watch the calories. Yes. This guy finally understands, because for the longest time you would drive me crazy because
Why?
Because I switched away from just being tunnel vision keto. For those of you who don't know, I used to be keto for a few years. I tried that. 3 years, actually, I was keto. But as I was developing my skill on macro tracking and things like that, I realized that you didn't have to be a specific nutrition style to get results, that any nutrition style could get you the results if you had the right macros. And I discovered that years ago and then actively practiced that even with my clients. I opened up my nutrition profiles for clients to be able to pick whatever one they wanted. And you lost a bunch of weight on keto. And so you, even though you believed me and you saw me helping all these other clients, you still hadn't experienced it personally.
No.
So you kept always saying, when I was keto, I was so lean
I went back to that.
And
weird thing. Why'd I go back to keto? Because I've done other diets.
Yeah, but you kept saying, like, when I was keto, I was so lean. And, like, it almost felt sometimes like you were saying that the only way I got lean is because I was keto. And it would irritate me, to be honest. And I would always think, really, we're back to this again. It wasn't the keto. It was because you were on the right calorie intake.
Facts. That's true. So I see with the frustration, people, too, they, like, for men, they always, like, ask me, how many grams of carbs are you taking in? You're asking the wrong questions, homie. Yeah. It has nothing to do with carbs, my diet, dude.
Yeah.
It has to do with me hitting my protein goal and not going over my macros, homie. That's it. Once you know that, the rest falls into place. But men, guys, how many carbs you on, bro?
Yeah.
I'm going to get lean. I got to deplete my carbs. That's old science. You don't need to do that
anymore. The funny thing is I don't have an official hold my coffee comment. I'm telling you, people are being amazing in the comments. Wow. But this is not a negative hold my coffee. It was actually a constructive comment. So I'm not going to say it was a negative hold my coffee, but it is still a hold my coffee. On a what I eat in a day video, someone commented saying, I noticed that you didn't log in your, I think it was your cabbage. You don't track your greens. I find that I track mine and I have to, or else I'll go over on my carbs. And I was like, okay, first of all, I choose not to track my greens because it's just a hassle, and I always leave myself wiggle room. I round up on a lot of things, and so it just makes it work. But I don't track my carbs. I don't have a carb limit. I don't. So it's not. And again, with this comment, I replied and simply said, actually, I don't generally track my greens because I don't pay attention to my carbohydrate intake. My only thing is calories and protein.
Yep.
And if someone is not losing weight, it's not because they didn't put their cabbage in the tracker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the cabbage that's going to put you...
Either. Don't blame the fruit.
It's not going to overfill your storage. It's not the cabbage. No. But that being said, I don't necessarily recommend that for everybody. I just share what I do for myself. I'm very experienced in macro tracking. I know where I'm making, I know that when I'm trying to serve myself some almond butter and I log in 16 grams, I'm going to give myself 14 grams. I know I make other adjustments elsewhere because that's the way I do things.
Yeah.
But it's not the untracked greens that it's going to ruin your results. I'll tell you that.
During this whole macro, since I started, how long have I been doing it now? Maybe
2 months, I think.
Okay. I've eaten breads, which are no. Pasta, huge no, according to society and their standards. Rice, oh my God. So I've eaten all the things that are. The results speak for themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You probably are down like
nothing. No
over 20 pounds.
Huh?
You're probably down like
That's
over
what you're
20
saying.
pounds.
I
think
know.
you were like 195.
Maybe.
And your lowest now has been what, 174?
Yeah.
That's 21 pounds.
At 6% body fat.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane. I still can't believe
that's
that.
a success story.
At 48 years old. And all natural, no assistance.
Yeah, I'm
None.
waiting for the haters to be able.
Did you use TRT? I'm not. I'm open to it. If I need it, my low, why not?
I'm open to it too.
Listen, man, this is what I always say. Please, if there was a God or something, just give me my stuff from my 20s back into my own body. Yeah. I'm good with that.
I'll share. I'm not against it, but we're not doing it.
No.
Yeah. Because like for women too, hormone replacement therapy, they'll give me estrogen, progesterone, and if I need it, they'll give me testosterone.
Yes, they will.
And it will help. It will make things a little easier.
Of course.
I have to look into it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Who doesn't want a little extra assistance? We're older. We're not spring chickens no more. 30 years ago, 55, you were considered a senior citizen.
It just annoys me that people will call it out as a negative. Or it doesn't negate the work you're doing.
No.
Because again, it still doesn't replace a calorie deficit or anything like that.
So when you see a buffed out 50-year-old on Instagram, pages I follow, the first thing, it's always a young guy. I like to click on the comments. I like to just go lurk. Let me see. They put the little needle things or steroids.
Yeah.
One time there was like a 70-year-old dude, ripped up, shaves, he's on steroids. I said, guys, he's 70 years old. What the fuck do you want out of a 70-year-old? 70. Are you that much of a hater or that insecure?
But
20-some-year-olds tripping on a 70-year-old man.
Up because they're just saying that. But see, when somebody says comments like that,
stupid, ignorant.
It's their own insecurities.
It is. It's just
they want to just bring someone down because that doesn't. You can't just take testosterone and have a nice body without putting in the work.
I was in the gym.
You still have to put in the work.
In my 20s, dudes were saucing, and I was still stronger and bigger than them. I was grinding harder than them.
Yeah.
My intensity level.
But even with it, though, that's what I'm saying. If you take steroids, and I don't think people understand that. If you take, whether they're doctor approved,
doesn't matter.
Not doctor approved, it doesn't matter.
No, you just do testosterone by itself.
Just do the juice, as they call it, and you do not eat the proper macros or work out.
No.
It will actually just make you fat.
Yes.
Is what it will do.
It will. You'll start gaining weight.
It will not do anything for you. And I think that's a common misconception. People think that it's like magical.
They do. They think guys hit the needle and all of a sudden they grow. No. Those dudes that are mass monsters in there and body, they've been putting in work.
They put in a lot of work.
Years.
They
built
work
a
out very hard.
Yes.
It's just they reap more benefits for their workout.
Yes.
It's like getting better results.
Your recovery's better. It's going to get you stronger.
Your
for
strength
sure. It's
is
going to
better.
accelerate you. But there's also negative side effects to it too. That's why I'm cautious about it.
There is.
I'm 48 now. I have high blood pressure, so I have to be careful what I put in my body.
Right. That's why you would only do it like with the help of a doctor.
That's it. Legit. No black market bullshit. I'm not doing that. I dibbled and dabbled in my 30s. I'm not scared to admit it. I was around the scene. I wanted to see what it did.
Yeah, of course.
It's just, it got me bigger, felt stronger, but I felt fucking aggressive. Like my temper felt like.
Yeah, yikes. That's one thing I'm nervous for.
And I can only imagine like how my high blood pressure, before I knew you.
I know.
How my high blood pressure was even then back then. Because I was like,
scary.
I can see why guys get addicted. But see, the thing with me is I already had built my foundation since I was a kid. So I didn't really need that. I already had built my house. A lot of people jump on that because they haven't built the foundation. They're trying to cheat the game. I already laid down my groundwork. So by the time I did it, I always had my own muscle.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see, what does this really do? And I felt the strength gains. I was like, okay.
It's the same reason I take...
It's like having Boost Juice and a super muscle car.
It's the same reason I take supplements, right? I'm not talking about like my vitamins. I'm talking about like creatine and pre-workout. They're not magical by themselves.
No.
But if you are already doing the work and you take a supplement that's going to give you, even if it's just a little bit extra something, I wanted I want to take it because I want to reap the full reward and benefits for the work I'm putting in. So if I can get, it's if you're writing an essay for school and it's a B+ essay, but if you do just a little something extra, it'll make it an A essay.
Yeah.
I will go for the little something extra to get the A.
Yeah.
So that's why I take supplements. A lot of times people will say, oh, I see you take this, that, and the other. Do I have to take that? No, you don't. You'll get results without supplements. You can gain muscle without taking creatine. But my thing is, if creatine scientifically is backed and proven that it increases your results, you're doing the workout anyway to get results. Why not take the supplement that's going to give you even better results?
Exactly.
So it's just a complement to your work.
Yep. And I was a non-believer in creatine. Remember, it was fake news. Like, nah, hell no, I'm a believer. Take that stuff.
I got stronger in everything.
Me too.
All of my lifts.
Weight. I'm still getting stronger. Everything. I could fly over the bar on pull-ups. I'm almost going to do a muscle up at this age. I mean, it ain't easy.
Yeah. That's why I take supplements. It's not required, but that's why I take it. I'm someone that, that's why I take the MOTS-C peptide or whatever. I do all the things that I need to do that are in my control. And if I can also layer in some tools that are going to help me even that much more, I'm going to do it.
What do you always say? We want to operate on high optimal levels.
Yeah. Why not?
That's how I want to operate.
Yeah.
I want to operate like a Ferrari, Lamborghini, my body, my machine.
And I feel like more in tune you are with your body, and this is why what's the most important to me is I feel very in tune with my body. And so I don't know this for a fact, but I trust that if something were to happen to me internally and start to happen, a disease start to flourish or whatever, that I would feel it. Like I would know something is not right.
Yeah.
Because I feel a little different. I'm very in tune with how I feel.
And it's funny is a lot of people are not. You like I'll make an example. Let me say this. We're in this body. Just naturally, you're in your body. But you really don't know your body. You don't know your vessel. You're not in tune with it. Isn't it crazy? This machine we're in, this is a soul inside of us. What do we say? When a soul goes, it just quit.
Yeah.
So people do not know their bodies.
No, they
don't know their machine.
They don't know.
So they feel bad all the time. Oh, I ate, I don't feel good. Oh, I ate this. They're always constantly not feeling good.
The problem is
they don't know their bodies.
When they're doing so many things that are damaging their body, drinking, eating things they shouldn't eat that they're sensitive to, not exercising, all of those things. When there's so many problems, you cannot find the root cause of a problem because there's so many different things that you're doing that could be causing different problems. So there's so much going on that you can't even put your finger on it. And you just get used to feeling like shit.
Exactly.
And then it's just, do you feel like a lot of shit today or a little shit today? Or medium shit? Or do you feel good shit? But it's all different forms of shit.
Yep.
Basically, bullshit.
That's hilarious.
Like we said.
You're right.
But when you are super
in tune with your body,
you just know, like I know sometimes like I felt a little queasy the other day. So I filed that away. I'm not just ignoring it. I'm like, that's weird. I just for 2 days felt really nauseous. What could that have been? But I'm so clean and careful that I can pinpoint different things. It could have been this or it could have been that.
Yeah.
And now I'm just filing it away. So the next time it happens, I'll see if there's any commonalities so I can figure out, okay, what's causing that.
Yeah.
But if you have so much shit going on and you do so many things that are not good, and it's impossible.
It is.
To troubleshoot. Really is. It's literally impossible.
Yeah. It's like your computer's going haywire and you don't know what the source of the problem is.
Yeah. And you just get used to feeling like crap. And what happens when you just get used to feeling like crap? There's tons of problems. It's just a matter of what thing is going to push you over the edge and fully go out first.
And then, listen, before you know it, you guys, then you're a slave to the pharmaceutical and doctors. You've got no choice but to go to them and take whatever drugs they give you to keep you alive or keep you well. And that's just a vicious, ugly cycle. Why are we such in a hurry to go to the grave? It's crazy to me. Humans.
Very true. All right, moving on. I want to talk about the hot coffee topic.
Hot coffee.
It's Goob, your favorite.
Goob. I love that dude.
Goob_U2 on Instagram. I'll put the post. I'll put his post up here because we're going to talk about a post he recently did.
You guys, he exposes them all.
He calls them shitfluencers. So he exposes shit influencers. And he calls them shitfluencers.
Yep.
And it's basically targeting people who are misleading with their posts or edit their pictures. They edit their bodies, but specifically people that are like selling a program that edit their bodies.
Yes, they edit their body. They're claiming they look this way, and I'm selling you this and this and that
I'm
to
selling
look like
you this
me.
diet, this supplement, whatever, to look like me. But then he exposes you for editing your body.
Yep.
So he exposed this a couple days ago, Paige Hathaway, and I'll put it up on the screen.
Paige.
Because there's a history with Paige. Yes. She's part of Shreds.
Yes.
Shreds is a supplement company that fell from grace years ago.
Bad.
And it's sad because I did a little bit of deep dive into the Shreds scandal.
Yeah.
It's sad because they took a hit based on the actions of just a few people.
Yes.
And it wasn't the company in and of itself. The company is still around.
Shreds?
Yeah, it's just not as successful, but it's still around, and it wasn't the company's doing, but they were one of the first companies to work with influencers to promote their brand.
Yep.
They actually pioneered the model.
They did.
They're the ones.
They were killing the game.
Or the reason why I'm on Team 1UP Nutrition.
Facts.
Supplement companies now have influencers that they work with to promote their products. Shreds is the reason why all of these companies do that. But to take it back a little bit, Paige Hathaway was one of the people involved in the scandal. One of the scandals. There was multiple things with Shreds about 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Yep.
And it was that they were caught, a couple of the people that were promoting Shreds were caught editing photos. This is before it was a commonplace to edit photos.
Yep.
They even called it hashtag Adobe Gains because people would use the Adobe editing software to edit their photos. Now it's super easy to edit photos, so it happens all the time.
All the time.
But it was, so they did, the joke was hashtag Adobe Gains. One of the worst offenders was Devin Physique.
Bad.
Do you remember Devin Physique?
Yes, he got exposed.
So I'll put up some of these edited photos on the screen. He had a nice body.
He did.
He had a nice, athletic, fit, muscular body, but he made it ridiculous.
I know the look he's going for. He wants to look like He-Man. Look, little rich, tiny waist, lots coming out.
But he edited that shit. And people didn't know that editing was a thing back then. So they were really bamboozled.
So let me ask you this. Who exposed them? This whole thing, who busted him?
People like the internet sleuths started to bust him for editing. What happened was people started posting pictures like on Reddit type sites of him out and about, and it didn't look the same. He didn't look like the body that he would show, and they would start comparing. I'll post a few other of his pictures.
Be careful when you're somewhat of a public figure known on the internet.
He would always just take his waist in, make his abs look way more shredded. He made his legs look huge.
Look at the leg difference. Wow.
He completely edited his photos. But another one who was guilty was Paige Hathaway.
Yep. I remember they exposed her.
And Paige Hathaway, I know she's got a very square body. I've met her in person. I have pictures with her.
I got a picture on my phone with you and her flexing.
She has a very wide waist for her body. She's lean. She's lean and fit, but she has a wide waist. But on social media, she had a tiny waist.
Yep.
And that was a thing, was in social media, everyone would make their waist really small. And the funny thing is I used to own a waist trainer company.
Yep.
And I gave her one of my waist trainers, and she used to wear it to try to make her waist smaller when I met her. But it was a thing. And I remember, it's crazy because even gradual, like I'm pretty certain I didn't do any of the social media or photography, editing or whatever for my business. That was my business partner. But I found out that she would edit our photos.
Yeah.
And we got into a huge argument about it actually one time. Because
she wants all the photos edited.
She wouldn't give me the picture. We had taken a bunch of pictures and I wanted them. I was excited. I wanted to post them. And we got into an argument because she says, no, because you post unedited pictures. And it shattered my world a little bit because I thought, you edit our pictures? Like, you don't edit me. You just edit yourself.
I know.
She edits pictures. She would edit pictures.
Godly.
Yeah.
Is that what we come to? Everybody's just this phony persona. We're going to see you in public.
Yeah.
People are going to see you. It's just dumb.
And back then it was, like I said, it wasn't very common. But Paige Hathaway, so her and Devin, long story short, they disappeared and Shreds fell from grace, but they took some time away from social media. She disappeared and everyone from Shreds was dismantled, but it was a huge thing. They had them all in the same apartment in Orange County. They would film content. They made huge salaries.
From Shreds too that lived next door to us in the apartment in LA.
Yes, Lacey K.
Yes.
Yeah,
I met her. Funny thing is, we met each other because she had a dog. I had a dog. I was coming. She had a boxer. Time. Yeah, we talking. And she's from the Bay, I believe.
She's actually big still. She's big. She's big on like YouTube. She was our next door neighbor in LA. She was cool actually. She wasn't like a cocky, arrogant girl. Yeah, and I don't know. So here's the thing. Shreds as a whole, everyone's, Shreds was a scam. It wasn't a scam. It was just a normal supplement company.
No, it wasn't.
There was a few people that got exposed. They were just, it's not like they did anything crazy either. They were just the first people that ever got exposed for editing their pictures. Yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah, called on their bullshit.
You know what I mean? And it happens all the time now still. Goob is proving that.
The new sheriff in town.
Here's what I have a problem with. Paige. You got...
Sweetheart.
You were separating yourself from that scandal. Yep. It had been years. Why would you do the same thing again?
She's slick.
And I don't take issue with her editing her picture. But that's not the problem. If you're just at a racetrack and you're taking a picture and you want to look a little cuter and you want to edit it in that picture for whatever reason, whatever. That's not the issue I have.
Yeah.
The issue I have is, in the post, she links a bodysuit for Amazon. Yeah. And she writes, best Amazon waist snatching bodysuit. Here's a link. Buy it and let me make some commission off of it. She edited her waist in the photo.
Yep.
And Goob caught it. Because she busted herself out. She posted it twice. Yes. She posted the picture twice.
She fucked up.
And in the first one, she posted the regular one, and the second one is the edited one. Yeah. And so when you compare the two, they've been edited. Sorry, guys, I had to sneeze. And so that's where I take issue. And that's why Goob's pissed. Goob's pissed because, you're selling a waist snatching bodysuit.
Yes. You're deceiving the clientele out there.
But you snatched your waist with Photoshop.
Yep.
That is a direct violation.
Yes. There should be some consequences, I think. Anna Nicole Smith got held liable for that nutrition, whatever that company she represented, that weight loss. She got
Hydroxycut, or I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, it wasn't Hydroxycut, but it was something.
But these influencers, come on, man, do better, you guys.
So I'll post up a picture of the OG Paige Hathaway from years ago, the Shreds where she got busted for taking in her waist. She would always take in her waist. And you could see the curved wall on the side. But my thing is, and the reason why it was a problem with Shreds is because they were promoting supplements that they said were making them super shredded and all of that. But then
mantra, Shreds.
Their videos were edited.
Yep.
I don't really have a problem with edited pictures, somewhat edited. We've been looking at edited pictures for our entire lives. Magazines are edited.
Yes, they are. We don't even, you know what I'm saying? Before it even gets put in, of course they edit the pictures.
Yes, everything's edited. You don't use raw images. I don't have a problem with editing a little bit.
But making the biceps bigger, shoulders bigger. I'm on this supplement, fellas.
Yes.
This is what I'm taking. This is what I'm selling. Go order now and put all the commission in my pocket so I could buy my next Lamborghini.
Right.
You're not going to get my gains, but I'm just selling you this cup of bullshit.
That's the thing I have a problem with. If you are selling a supplement, if I'm promoting One Up Nutrition's creatine, and I'm flexing with my tub of creatine, and I'm like, you guys, look how big my bicep is from taking creatine.
Yep.
But in that photo, I took it, then I took it into an app, and then I made my bicep bigger.
Yep.
And then I posted that picture with the edited bicep to show how big my bicep was from taking creatine. That is fraud.
And that's a trigger for men. Let me tell you, they see big ass arms, they get turned on. Mm-hmm. Yes, I want that. I'm going to go out and buy tubs of that. They know what to do.
So sadly, and I'm sad because it's I like Paige Hathaway. I think she's a smart businesswoman. She distanced herself from this. Look, people make mistakes. I don't believe in cancel.
She apologized, by the way, to him. She got caught slipping.
Okay. I don't believe in cancel culture.
Yeah.
But I do have a problem where she did this exact same thing before and she's doing it again. That was blatant.
And don't you know we're in a different era? They'll catch us quicker, sweetheart. There's TikTok investigators. There's IG investigators.
Yeah, shit. She tried calling Goob
10 times.
10 times.
She put the thing up
to take it down, and apologize and this and that. but she made her page private.
Yep.
She'd probably shit in her pants for sure.
Wait till that company sees that. Whatever
Company?
company she's promoting.
No, it was for Amazon.
Oh.
They're not going to care. They don't give a shit. It was Amazon. It's if I posted like, you know, my bodysuit from Amazon. Like, you guys, look at this bodysuit. It really holds you in. Because I've done that before. I've said how a bodysuit contours and holds you in. But if the photo I'm showing you, the bodysuit holding me in, has been edited to hold me in, that's just fraudulent. That's the term shitfluencer. That's where it comes.
Yeah.
That's what gives us a bad name.
Yes.
I don't edit my body. I do not change the shape of my body in any way. Do I use a filter on my face sometimes? Absolutely. Yes, I do. It doesn't change the shape of my face, but it'll give me like a soft focus, like the Paris filter on Instagram or one of the filters there that doesn't show these wrinkles that you guys get to see on YouTube. There is no filters that I use on YouTube, but on Instagram sometimes if I'm like half asleep and posting, yes, I do, but I don't alter the shape of my body and sell
and say, hey guys, look at this magic cup of bullshit right here. I'm gonna sell you. I might get your body looking like this. That's just it's just scandalous.
The difference too with Instagram, when you use a filter, it says if you're using a filter, it says this is the filter I'm using. You want to use it on yourself, you can use it. It's not deceitful.
That's good.
It's not deceitful. That's the difference.
Yeah.
But changing the shape of your body. Now, the funny thing is, I've been accused of it before, though. Remember I told you that story? It was because I used to take a lot of selfies in front of the mirror here in my closet. And I have a hamper behind me that has like a curve to the lip comes out and it has a curve. So it looked like maybe in the picture that I had, it was a boomerang too. It looked like that maybe I had taken it in because everyone loves to call people out. So someone messaged me saying that they were so upset that I edited my body and they were going to unfollow and they've been following me for years. And they were so appalled. And I'm like, but wait a minute. But I didn't do it. And I sent her like a video. Hey, look, what is it that you want to see? I didn't edit. Exactly. Look, there's a hamper here. And I actually tried to explain myself, which irritates me even more because she was like, no, there's nothing you can say to change my mind. And I was like, okay, bye. But I was
I wouldn't try to convince these idiots.
But it's because I was like, oh, then if you've been following me for a couple years and you know me well, then you're someone I want to have a conversation with. No, I just want to show you that I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And then when she was a bitch back, oh, fuck you then. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Get your fucking funky ass
I was nicer back then. I don't know. But I've never done that. I've never changed the shape of my body. It is what it is, which is what you get.
Funny, they can see what in the camera.
I see people all the time in person.
If you guys eat out Mexican food, sounds like they probably see you at Luna one day, and they can see you in real life. And we have been spotted in real life.
Yeah, I know, but that's actually what gets people in trouble is when they get spotted in real life and they don't look like.
Think
what
about
they
it,
look like
and then
online.
celebrities don't look like the pictures they're posting. People are snapping photos like, look, they're lying. Yeah, that's how they get exposed too.
Yeah, you catch someone on a bad day though with no makeup and not posed.
Yeah.
I see both sides. Okay, I'm not saying I think people are over the top crazy. Oh my God, she edits her photos, but then when someone doesn't edit a picture or their YouTube looks very natural, they don't have makeup on, they're quick to say, "Oh my God, look at her, she's so ugly," or "She looks awful."
It's just we're in the society of people always want to just gang up
just
and
critical.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I don't believe in like the cancel culture thing. I am disappointed in Paige because I feel like she should have learned her lesson. That was a blatant fuck up. Blatant.
Bad.
But I don't believe people should be like, I don't think, and I will say this about shreds after I dove into it, because I've talked shit about that situation before. It wasn't as big of a deal as people made it out to be.
No, they make it seem like it's way bigger than what it is.
It was they got caught editing their photos.
Yes.
They were just the first ones getting caught.
Yep.
Just like they were the first ones doing social media influencing and all of that.
They were ahead of the game.
They were just the first ones who got caught. There was an additional scam done by that Devin guy. He was caught and fired for this because he was doing contests where the winner would get a $10,000 prize and they were fake winners.
Wow.
So that's the actual scandal was that. Paige didn't do the contest. I don't think anyone else. So allegedly, I don't know for sure the details, but Devin for sure was one of the ones who did the fake contests.
I heard about it.
And I did a little digging just to see what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Like erotic sex type work on OnlyFans.
That's what this dude is doing now.
Yes.
Wow.
Erotica.
Mans went over to OnlyFans.
Erotica on OnlyFans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
One of the other popular people that was one of the starters of Shreds is Joey Swole. He's a real stand-up guy. I like him.
He's still around. Who's he?
Dan Blazarian.
Actually, he's friends with him.
He's partnered with Dan Blazarian too on Ignite, and cannabis world stuff, and I don't know. Yeah. But I watched a couple interviews and just wanting to know more about that scandal and what it was about. And he seems like a really level-headed, nice stand-up guy.
Yeah. He didn't get caught up in that too much, huh?
No, he explained he explained kind of like, he's like, everyone says, what about the Shreds scam? And he goes, it wasn't really.
No.
People blew it up more than it was. It was a couple of people that did some things.
Photo editing and lied about their gains or results or whatever the way it looked.
Yeah, but it was not like this big, huge deal. And when I dig a little deeper, he was right. There wasn't a big, huge scandal like everyone said, but it was because they were so high profile and so out there, and then they went quiet and dormant. You have to understand
something too, baby. This era of humans we're in, that they love if they can go out to somebody with any kind of fame or success and bring him right back down. We talk about a certain individual. He's blown up over the last few years. I don't want to keep saying his name. Anyways, he's got to be careful that he doesn't get wrapped up in something. Everything comes crumbling.
People like to see you fall.
People love to see you fall. That's what it is. They love that. If they can be part of that, they're like, yes, we got him.
That's just sad because they'll be with you on the rise, and they're happy when you're small and they can watch you rise.
Barely coming up, yup.
But when you find success, there's so many people that just are waiting to tear you down.
Quick.
It's so sad.
Why we like that?
I don't know.
Like right now, small little podcast in your room, your glam room. One day we might be in the studio blowing up, and we'll probably get some people who hate watch us just to talk shit. That's what Joe Rogan says, hate watchers. That's all they do. They hate watch you. Why you want to watch it if you hate us? That's weird. Or why you want to follow someone you hate them or they irritate you?
You know what the thing is? Just own your shit though, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's hard when you if you come out and say something matter of fact, like I don't do this or no. That's why I'm like wishy-washy, right? I'm like, I don't know. I don't really feel a certain way one way or the other by editing. I feel like we've been watching edited pictures and movies for
It's when you're trying to sell a product and you're defrauding you're defrauding customers or community people.
There's a difference with that, but just in general, right? And don't say absolutes. Like I've never edited a photo because then someone is going to be like, okay, let me go do a little digging. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure I have edited photos out there.
For a shadow without a fact.
I know I don't do anything.
There's no edited
fraudulent
photos of me.
No.
Unless someone did it.
No, there's no body edited photos of me unless somebody else did them. I'd never have done anything on my own social media or edited alter. I feel like I have a pretty nice body. I don't think that's the sad thing is that people who are editing their pictures have really nice bodies and they just want to make them nicer.
Just a little tight in here, a little squeeze there. Like it's already fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just where we're at, man. It's a lot of fakery and dupery and sorcery and magic potions and snake oils and bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. It makes life hard for people who are in the space, content creating and influencing and stuff like that.
Yep. We know the game and we don't cheat the game. We know what we're doing. The results speak for themselves. That's all I got to say.
Yep, exactly. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.
See you.